Hello everyone, I'm Captain Warlord and welcome back to another Rome 2 online siege battle, and today we have another great 3v3 siege. This was actually sent in to me, so I do not know exactly how this battle goes, but a lot of battles, Petra tend to be pretty good ones. I like this map, it's very cool. The town center is actually right here. I believe that this is the victory point, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's a victory point there. So all this up here, this is just optional to attack or defend. You don't need this area up here, which you'd think the victory point is here, but it's really not. So yeah, like I said, this was a replay sent in to me, so I'm gonna experience the battle just as you guys are. So I mean, let's just get into the army comps here. We'll start off with defenders. We have Macedon here being commanded by Obito Uchiha. He's going to bring in hoplites, Thracian warriors, companion calves of some Saliot forces. It does look like were very rushed on their deployment phase, as they don't have a lot of their troops set up. He's got a Thorax pikeman, silver shield, silver bears, shield bears. I don't know why I kept on messing that up. A lot of Thorax swordsmen out here. Yep, just some more Thorax swordsmen. So pretty solid army there. Next we have King Cerdon commanding Bactria. He's the one who sent us into replay. He's got a nice little scorpion position set up here. You don't see scorpions too often in siege battles, so it's good to see those. He's got with him plenty of these Syrian archers and a unit of these Persian light archers. A lot of these Thorax swords and some Bactrian royal guard as well. And a nice little citizen cav Saliot force over here. So yeah, if I had to guess, I would say these funds were large. Ultra, somewhere around there, because they're pretty high. Yeah, he's two more backs from Royal Guard over here. I believe that's it for him. Then last we have Karamoa as Urvasi. He's gonna probably be bringing with him Balearic Slingers. Yep, Scutari most likely. Oh, Iberian Swordsman, Scutari, Noble Fighters. His army's kind of all over the place, so it's kind of hard to tell what he has. Lots of these Noble Fighters, actually. Guerrilla Warriors, Scutari, Noble Fighters, Scutari. Yeah, so pretty standard army there for Urvasi. A pretty good one. Going to attackers, we'll start off with Rome. Rome's being commanded by Otto van Bismarck. He's going to be bringing with him a Roman giant ballista. Just going to be used to put down some extra suppressing fire onto the enemies. He's got also a unit of just elephants here. It could be used pretty effectively against, I don't know, maybe against Urvasi, not so much against Macedon and Bactria, as they both have pretty nice spears and lots of javies and archers. He's going to be bringing with him these 3 units of the Syrian heavy archers. I always do that. It's just Syrian archers for Rome, but they're basically Syrian heavy archers. 4 units of Praetorians, a unit of Balearic Slingers, and a lot of Evocati cohort, as to be expected, and 2 units of Praetorian cavalry. Moving on to Seleucids, which is being brought by Bud Duxx. I definitely messed up his name, but we'll just get into his army. He's going to be bringing Silver Shield Swordsmen, probably a couple of those guys. Yeah, actually a lot of those guys. Thorax Swordsmen, a lot of Syrian Heavy Archers. Royal Peltist. I don't know, I was about to say Thorax Peltist, which would not have made much sense. Hellenic Cataphracts, Thorax Pikemen, Silver Shield Swordsmen, and 2 units of just Hillmen. And then finally, we have Galatia being brought by Venom. Venom's going to be bringing Syrian heavy archers, lots and lots of these Galatian legionaries, some naked swords, which is interesting on the attack. I probably would have just went with full Galatian legionary army, and a lot of these Galatian noblemen, 4 units in total, and then 3 units including his general as a noble horse. So yeah, we'll just see how this goes. This is a battle with some really good factions. Bactria being a really good defensive, Macedon also being really good on defense. Rome, Seleucid, and Galatia all very balanced out for attack. Definitely will be able to do some good work there. I'm just interested to see how the defenders play this, because they're going to still have a lot of setting up to do. You can see the companion cav here from Macedon. Going to be coming out here. He's going to be bringing it over here. He might just use it to help defend the streets. Buffer up the defenses a little bit there. Not entirely sure how he's going to be able to use that. I am seeing this over here. I'm not entirely sure what's his whole plan with this, because if you didn't know, the attacking siege towers do have scorpions on top of them, so it's going to be a attack that's going to just really kill these Balearic slingers for nothing to be gained. So a little bit confusing there. You probably should just bring these slingers off the walls, so you can bring them back up once the siege towers are like, I don't know, getting closer. Actually, no, what? Just forget that. Just leave your guys off the walls for now. He is firing into this giant ballista. He's using regular shot, it appears. Definitely should be using flaming shot. It'll get rid of these artillery pieces a lot quicker. The Roman player might have used this artillery as a distraction for the defending wall already, because it's a cheap artillery unit, and he probably doesn't want this wall already going after something like the elephants or the archers or Praetorians. One thing I am noticing though is no tortoises. I don't know if he just doesn't have the DLC, which definitely could be the case, but if he did, he definitely should bring tortoises. If you have the, I think it's the Wrath of Sparta DLC, always bring the tortoises. It's gonna save you so much pain as an attacker. He actually did get a lucky hit there on the artillery piece, which I'm kind of surprised to see, to be honest. Normally you don't see the attacking artillery snipe that so easily. So, I mean, I don't know if that's just good luck from the attackers, or if it's just he knew what he was doing. Not, like I said, I don't really know. Galatia has tortoises. Maybe he took some from Seleucids. They should have divided it up between the 3 players. Definitely would have been the smarter thing to do. But Galatia is going to be able to get a nice push going here. He has a ton of tortoises. And as you can see here, there's only 2, but 2 corner pieces right next to each other. And he's probably, if he plays it right, he can probably get this tortoise to destroy this little wall right here as well. So this is going to create an absolutely massive gap here, and it's going to be next to impossible for the defenders to put up a proper defense against. So if I was Bacteria, I would just position a unit here, and then some units right here as well. Should be able to hold them pretty effectively. Oh wait, they did not actually get this wall here. Wait, oh no. Never mind, I was a little bit confused. I was thinking that this piece was right here. Okay, yeah, he's going to have another breach point here. He's going to want to get these guys away from the wall as quickly as possible. He should be okay there. Because if you didn't know, when a wall crumbles, it does have a little bit of like an area, what am I, the word I'm looking for, like a splash damage almost. It'll kill some units that are really close to the wall. Over here, naked swords, you can just get like 1 unit of Syrian archers here and just shoot at these naked swords, and it'll just be that area contained. Naked swords, if you look at these boys, yeah, they have next to no armor. Definitely not the unit you want going up first onto the walls. These Galatian noblemen will be very resistant, but they aren't really a killing machine, so I'm a little bit confused why he sent these guys up so quickly, and why he even really brought them on attack in the numbers he did. He brought 4 of them. I can understand maybe 2, but 4? I don't know. I think that's a little overkill. Seleucid is getting, not Seleucid, Bacteria. He is getting some shot at by the attacking Syrian archers. Ooh, getting some pretty good shots into there. Didn't kill any, but it probably did some health damage. He did get some of these Persian archers though. Not exactly sure what this is here. That definitely looks like a push through. I don't know if that was intentional, because I know Rome 2 is obviously a very buggy game. That's hard to say whether that's intentional or not. That doesn't really look like as much of a push through. This Bactrian Royal Guard for now should be enough to hold, but they probably won't be able to beat back all these legionaries. There's just so much of them. So he's going to definitely need some reinforcements there. Over here, Rome is still a little bit slow to move in, and Seleucid is actually, he's not waiting. He's going to go in. Some Silver Shield Swordsmen coming against these pikemen. He's going to actually be able to capture, she should be able to capture that. There's nobody in the, yeah, he's capturing. Wait, why isn't he capturing that? I guess these hoplites are technically in the area of influence of his tower, so that's why the Seleucid player isn't capturing that. But once he starts pushing these hoplites back a little bit, then he'll be able to get that tower under his control. Aravasi is going to be the primary one defending against this Seleucid attack. Oh, I don't know about this. That position with the Balearic Slingers already at 20, yeah, 23. Balearic Slingers are going to be just a prime target for these Seleucid archers. They're gonna be able to rip through the heavily armored troops of Seleucids, like Doric swords and Silver Shield swordsmen. But there is a bit of a gap there. He's gonna send his Royal Pelters through. So a little bit of a sloppy defense here from Aravasi. I don't know why he's putting up such a heavy defense in this like inner citadel type thing. Yes, it's a good position, but it's really not worth fighting for if, you know, there's one tortoise attacking here. This is most definitely a diversion force. The main Seleucid attack is here. And if they can block off the Aravasi from reinforcing the fight over here, and they push and Rome in what's left of, well, what's really over here of Seleucids, they are able to push back Macedon and a little bit of the Aravasi forces, and Glacia at the same time is able to come in from over here, it could look a little bit rough. So Aravasi needs to kind of make up his mind there with what he's going to do. But over here, Bactria has this contained. These Doric swordsmen will lose to this not legionary, noblemen. Noblemen aren't like overly fantastic, but they will be able to win this fight pretty easily. Well, how much better are they? Oh wow. Doric swords really aren't that good compared to these noblemen. Noblemen are quite more expensive though. I think they cost around 1,000. So I would just honestly just brought more legionaries. Aravasi, what are you doing? Aravasi has his Balearic Slingers up here. He needs to get them down from the wall and like maybe position them right here, where they can get a nice flanking shot into these Romans. And the reason that'll be so good for his Balearic Slingers, because if you didn't know, Balearic Slingers are, well, any slinger in general does have AP with their rocks. They'll be able to chew through units like heavily armored Romans. So you always want to target Romans with your slingers, or really just a heavily armored enemy in general. I am getting a little bit of lag here. Not sure why. It's very on and off. 77 kills here so far, and he probably still has a ton of ammo with these guys. Yeah, getting a couple more shots into the flank of the Doric swordsman. But he's breaking through here. Yeah, he's gonna be able to send up his archers. Don't know what the mindset of Aravasi is. I don't know exactly what he's planning on doing. We have a unit of pikemen moved up here. He needs to put these guys in pike wall, and yep, that's exactly what he's going to be doing. He's going to get them into these Galatian noblemen, and yeah, there's really nothing that they can do about that. He could send a Galatian nobleman around here, but actually, yes, Seleucus is making a push over here, so could just send these Galatian noblemen around here. And okay, yeah, some Galatian cav moved in. It's possible that he snuck them in through here. And just, you know, he's just getting some great rear charges onto the back of this Bactrian Royal Guard. Ooh, okay. That's really nice here from the Scorpion. It's actually got a really nice angle into his Galatian nobleman. Rocking up 22 kills so far. I'm a little bit concerned for Bactria, I'm going to be honest. He is taking a lot of losses, but I guess he's bringing a lot down with him as well. He still has his archers. But I think their defense was kind of rushed a little bit. Had to have been, because they really didn't look like they had time to set up. But once he kind of finishes up the enemy over here, he can send these Doric swordsmen to get around the flank of Bactria. Glacia. He actually is going to win over here, most likely. This is a little bit of concern, but these Bactrian Royal Guard might be able to beat back these guys. And if he's able to, he can definitely get his archers into... Well, Glacia is charging these Syrians. It will be able to do a ton of damage. He needs to get these pikes up here ASAP. Over here, Rome. I don't think Rome has the numbers to do this full-on wall assault like this. Macedon's definitely playing this correctly. I didn't even see this over here. Okay. Do these guys have any kills? No, so they weren't engaged. So he's planning on doing something with that. Maybe he's going to swing around and hit Galatia. Because right now, if he can finish off Galatia, that's going to be a really nice help for the defenders. Just swinging these guys around, getting to the back of these archers, and maybe even killing off the general. Yeah, then they can divert all these forces to help against Rome and Seleucus, which is currently just absolutely pressing right now. And that's what he should be. Some Thracian warriors being committed here. Thracians do look really cool. I don't know why it's just a little bit laggy. I apologize for that. I don't know the exact culprit of, I don't know exactly why it's doing that. So Iberian swords coming up here. What's this? Why are you just throwing away a unit of Iberian swords? Silver shields and royal peltist. Yeah, I don't see the point of that. And attackers have this wall right here, so this could be really bad. These silver shields were actually cleaned up. What? How'd that happen? How these hoplites get behind these silver shields? Maybe they flanked a unit up and around here? Oh, wait a second. Did he fire these Balearics into the back of these guys? Is that how they lost so quickly? Let me see how many kills those guys got. Oh, wow, okay, never mind. They're completely gone. Yeah, there's like nobody left in that unit. I was gonna see how many kills those silver shields got, but it doesn't look like I can now. Hellenic Cataphracts getting a rear charge into these Bactrian Royal Guard. Probably the best way to take care of these guys. Probably done a good bit of work so far. Yeah, 63 kills. Still got healthy numbers, but he's with the Cataphracts coming in. I don't know. Finally, Eravasi is sending down reinforcements. And over here, I mean, Seleucus is just taking it really slow. Look how much of the Eravasi forces he's keeping away from the main fight, where right now, Seleucus could be pincered so easily, and there's nothing they could really do about it. So I really don't see the point of that over there. It's really confusing to me. But I'm sure he had some sort of reason for it. Elephants being committed to here. Oh, I think he's being a little bit too premature with these elephants. Yes, elephants are good, but spears and hoplite wall, which I guess these guys aren't in, but even just hoplites can take down elephants really quickly, bogged down in melee. Because if you look here, they have a 15 bonus versus large, and they're just a pretty heavy unit in general, so they'll actually be able to probably start taking down some of these elephants if they're committed for too long. The Seleucid general is caught out here though. No, he's actually got a rear charge into this Doric swordsman. Wow, he's just pushing, and there's really nothing the defenders can do about it. Okay, I was right. He was able to get his cav around and swing into the back of the Galatian player. And he's going to be able to clean him up here. But not without damage being done to both sides. Bactria got the better of the engagement because obviously Bactria has a lot more men left. But still, good fight there. And good move there by Bactria. Wow, okay, this Scorpion getting fantastic kills, presumably against these noblemen here. So yeah, this is just a really scattered fight. No real battle line, just fighting pockets absolutely everywhere. Somehow there is a unit of noble horse here. How many kills does it have? 144. So yeah, doing pretty good. Somehow did get in there. This unit of hoplites did break. So now this Praetorian Cav is able to get around, and is just gonna be able to get into the Syrian archers. Excuse me. Not Syrian archers, Cretan archers. They got a lot of kills, so it might have been worth it. And these guys are putting some fire down as well. So Rome probably is gonna be able to take the walls. Oh geez, I don't know about this one. This is gonna be really tough for their defenders to come back from. They're so disarrayed and disorganized right now. And it's not really their fault either. I mean, it's basically a 2v3 right now. They got pushed by Galatia and Seleucids and Rome. And Eravasi's kind of just messing around doing his own thing up here. Which, I kind of get it, but why? Why let this happen? Noble fighters just taking careless losses to this arrow tower. I know it's easy to judge how a player is playing from when you're just viewing a battle, but that's a mistake that you really can't be affording to make. Not in a situation like this where I would say the attackers have a fair chance of winning this if they play it right. Rome needs to just send everything he's got through here and just start putting the pressure on. And that's exactly what he's doing. These elephants are out of control. He is kind of getting into those silver shield swordsmen. So if he charges into the pikemen, it's going to be an issue. But how many kills does these guys have? 200, yeah, 230. They probably did their job. He can probably kill them. No, okay, they're still getting into the Macedonians. If he starts going to the silver shield swordsmen, I would say probably kill the elephants. But so far, Seleucid has done a fantastic job in pushing his archers up here. And now he's going to be able to get into the Macedon pikemen. And that's going to be a huge loss if those pikes are killed. Because right now, that's the only thing I'd say that the defenders have going in their favor. And this over here. This is a really big success. Bactria is going to be able to free up a ton of units now, along with these 2 units of Companion cavalry to harass the Roman Seleucid player and slow him down. Still though, what is Eravasi doing? I'm sure Bactria and Macedon are yelling in the chat at the Eravasi player, because that would just be so frustrating. You're out here having to put up everything as your defense, and then somebody's just up there kind of messing around. And he's not AFK, he's been moving his troops around, like you can see right here. Then Iberian swordsman getting charged by Praetorians. That's not good. Iberian swordsman will definitely break there. He needs to get these noble fighters or Scutari into combat or throw their jabbies or something. He needs to protect the flank of these Thorax pikemen. That's going to be absolutely vital. Okay, that was a good move there by the Roman player. I think what he did was he was charging just to throw his jabbies in. Doesn't look like he had a whole lot though. And some Syrians getting some good shots into these pikemen. So you gotta feel for the Macedon and Bactrian player, because they cleaned up over here. Yeah, Galatia is not a tough, not a easy faction to beat, and so Bactria did a really nice job in basically just surrounding him, and that was a really nice pincer move with their cavalry. So good job there, and props to the Bactrian player. Okay, so what happened over here? Looks like the Galatian noblemen did end up winning, but pikes were engaged, and it just looks kind of like a bloodbath happened there. I didn't see a whole lot of units getting committed there, so I guess that's just my fault for not looking at that. Here, noble fighters. What is this? Okay, these guys need to get... If these guys have jabbies, they need to be throwing it into these Praetorians. Noble fighters probably will be enough to beat off these Praetorian cavalry, and maybe these Praetorians. Yeah, I would say they can beat off these Praetorians, especially the supporters Scutari, which are not a bad unit whatsoever. Eravasi is actually a really good faction on defense. Not so much on attack though, as we saw in the last video, the spears only challenge. I guess they didn't do that bad. Eravasi, just the fact that they don't have any real archers, that's the thing that they kind of lose out on. Why is Lucius doing this? He's been doing so good so far. What's the point? Why are you pushing over here? All you need to do is form a defensive line right here and just continue pushing everything over here. You have such good momentum going. But now Bactria is able to send reinforcements here. As long as he keeps troops right here where the town center is, then the attackers aren't gonna start capping the victory point. Look at these pikemen pushing these elephants back. What is that? Oh my gosh, for these Syrians almost getting point blank shots in these pikes. Good news is these pikes have drawn a lot of arrow fire. Bad news, they're pikemen, and that's a huge loss. Cav getting a really nice flank into this general's bodyguard and Praetorians. Praetorians honestly will probably end up losing this. But why isn't he just charging his noble fighters into here? There's nothing threatening this flank. He's just charging his guys around here. You're going to charge this noble fighter, surround this Praetorian guard, kill it off real quick, then send support over here. Or just like form a line right here. No need to defend this like really blob-like position. Look at this. This is kind of a sneaky move by the Seleucid player. He snuck his archers to this gap here and just got him point blank to fire into the back of the Scutari. The Bactrian player did a good job though and got a unit of his Bactrian Royal Guard into these archers, who probably have done dividends. Yeah, 118 kills. Let's see how the other archers are at. 88, so not so much. 123 and 86. I'd say he still has probably about 2/3 ammo on, no, 1/3 ammo on 2 of his units, but other 2 are probably mostly out of ammo. Glaciad still does have that unit of Syrian archers, but that is mostly it. Roman general did break there, but so is these Praetorians and this citizen cav. So this is gonna be really close. I'm not gonna lie. Unless Eravasi kind of pulls something off here, I would say that the defenders will lose down here, because yes, they do have noble fighters and they do have a good amount of thorax swordsmen, but this just kind of shows the worth of thorax swordsmen against high tier units. These units are losing combat, yes, but let's see how many kills they're getting. Just see the kills climb on these guys. Surrounded, basically. Thorax swordsmen, they're a good unit on low funds, but on higher fund battles, they just don't do that well. It's the sucky thing about them, but because I kind of wish the Greek factions had a little bit more diversity when it came down to melee troops. They kind of just have all of them just have thorax swordsmen like slapped on them, and then that's their melee core. It's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. The Scorpion's still doing work. Got 20 kills since I last saw. It's getting you can see how quick it fires. Just listen. You can hear and see the bolts just whizzing into this Praetorian unit. It's like the ancient world version of a machine gun. It is gonna see its end though here, as is Hellenic cataphracts and Praetorian cavalry are gonna probably close the gap here. This has been very interesting so far. I don't know what to think of of who's gonna win this, because if the attackers can clean up what's left down here, the defense, then I would say the attackers are gonna win, because they're containing Seleucids over here. Seleucids is containing the Eravasi, and half of Eravasi's army is trapped over here at that point. And if they can hold them off for long enough, where the attackers claim the victory point and can form a defensive line here, well, just form like a perimeter in general. I don't know. This is the exciting thing about watching battles that you're not in. You genuinely don't know what's gonna happen. But so far, it's been a very, very good battle. I'm happy that they sent this in. Definitely been good. Yeah, these guys about to meet their end. Oh yeah. Companion Cav getting a really nice charge there. And then Hellenic Cataphracts also getting a charge as well. But I think at melee, Companion Cav are better. No, Cataphracts are. Okay. I did not know that. So Cataphracts are better than Companion Cavalry. I'm not really a Cav master, so I would not know that. But the Cataphracts probably will lose just because of numbers. With support of Silver Shields, though, that should go in their favor a little bit more. This Praetorian Cav got a rear charge into their Noble Fighters. This Noble Fighters probably did good for themselves. Yeah, 128 kills. But they could have done so much better if he was microing them just a little bit better. And yeah, this is what it's come to. Bactria just has to form a defensive triangle here. It's all he can do. Glaciad getting a Javi volley off into the Thorax Swordsman. He had like 2 javelins in him, and that was it. Oh, this is tough. I really don't know what's gonna happen here, because Rome is starting to run really low. It's 37 over Cadi. Should get them over here. Every last unit is gonna be useful. There's still a unit of Companion Cav running amok over here and over here as well. But Seleucids has been completely wrapped up over here. He needs to just charge his Noble Fighters down and get into the backs of the Roman player down here. Balance of power is saying it is in favor of the defenders, which I would have to agree. Defenders are... Bactria and Macedon are holding down the fort here. They've done such a good job for what really they've been given. I don't want to say a bad ally, but Iravasi hasn't really been good to them. And look at this. He's not going down. He's just forming up again over here. That's almost sad to see. Because they're putting up such a valiant defense. But just with no support, there's just no hope for him down here. These pikes are going to get surrounded as well. Yeah, he needs to move them back here, or else he's just going to lose everything. These noblemen, though, might be able to catch him. And they are. And then here comes the Praetorian cavalry. So yeah, that's going to be the end of these guys. Good move there by a Roman player. So once that unit dies, though, this will start going, the defenders, attackers will start to cap this. And once it get, I think there's a timer of 150. Once that 150 is up, then attackers win. And by looking at what's left in the time, I would say attackers are going to win this because Iravasi is just refusing to charge down. This is the bad thing about playing Rome 2 online. You just get players like this who aren't a good ally in general. Just, they do their own thing and they won't listen to what you have to tell them. I'm not saying Rome 2 is 100% a teamwork game, because it, well, quite frankly, isn't. A lot of times, if you're good enough, you can really carry your team. But Rome 2 definitely requires a lot of teamwork. And to see this, I mean, Macedon and Bactria worked amazing together. Iravasi didn't, and I don't know. It's just tough to see. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe this player was AFK, but I mean, I kind of already disproved that he definitely wasn't AFK, because he was moving around his units. It's just, I don't know. Because this could have been a, like, down to the wire battle. Because Rome still has a good bit left. Glacia has some left. But so does Seleucids. This could have been, like, a extremely good battle. And it already was. This was such a good fight. You can see the dead Romans up on the wall. Actually lost a lot up here. Iravasi's slingers got stuck up here. Definitely don't know how you let that happen. There's still a unit of Balearic slingers on the siege tower. Not quite sure what he's doing there. Oh wow, finally, look who decided to show up. So Iravasi is gonna decide that he's gonna help his ally by submerging into the staircase. The best tactic. Always works. I never even noticed that about this map. This is a really cool map, by the way. I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but this is Petra. I think this is the only map that looks like this. I know there are a lot of maps in Rome 2 that are repeats. I think this is a custom map. And let's see here. Yep, they have the town center and their command. And what all they need to do now is just position their guys right here. And Iravasi won't have enough time to really react and do that. Especially if he's going to walk his men. So this is kind of like, okay, I'll put in the effort, but I won't try. No, not even. This is like, I'll try, but I won't put any effort. More like that. It's just, I don't know. I feel like he kind of sabotaged them there. He was on the side of the attackers. Oh, I want to say something right now, but I should probably hold back. I don't like throwing shade at new. This player, if I had to guess, is probably very new. I don't like throwing shade at newer players, but you definitely need to support your allies more than that. I know I said like Rome 2 can not be a ally focused game because, well, it just depends on how good you are. But for the most part, it's very, very much teamwork. If you can't work as a team, you're most of the time aren't gonna win. There are those rare occasions where you can just absolutely Super Saiyan a whole army, but that was not the case here. Bactria and Macedon tried, but it just didn't work out. He's Hellenic Cataphracts just doing a suicide charge here. Not even gonna be suicide. Yeah, he just clicked an or. Oh, he's gonna get a jabby volley off probably. Nope, no jabbies. Bye bye, noble fighters. Let's see how many kills these guys. Let's see how the numbers go down. Yeah, and I think they probably just conceded defeat. That's a shame to see, because that was such a good defense by Certain and Obito. But Obito kind of got screwed over there because defending against Macedon, not Macedon's Macedon defending against Rome is definitely a hard task. He did what he could, but a really good battle nonetheless. Eravasi got good kills, but I don't know, he just wasn't really a good ally, and he really needed to be. So yeah, I guess we'll look at the battle results here. Macedon being commanded by Obito Uchiha. His archers did really good, and so did his companion cavalry, which he needed them to do good because he spent a lot of money on them. His general did not do that great. Neither did his hoplites. Thracian warriors got focused down by archers. Pikemen, yeah, same story, got focused down. And thorax swordsmen, they're just pretty crappy in general, so you can't really expect too much out of them. King Cerdon getting the most kills from both sides. His Scorpion doing extremely well. His general doing all right. Archer's doing all right. I think he kind of got charged by Cav there. Wow. Okay, really good kills from his Bactrian Royal Guard. 346. And three thorax swordsmen. 4 actually, with almost 200 kills. 1 getting over 200. Eravasi, the ally that forgot to show up. His Balearic slingers, some of them did really good. The other 2 did not as well. Guerrilla warriors, one of them doing alright. Iberian swordsmen, doing okay. Some of the noble fighters doing alright. These 2 doing pretty fine. And this one actually did really good because it still has more than 2/3 of its unit left. Scutari did really well, but besides these 3 units. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like he definitely could have been a better ally. Maybe he's new, so that could have been part of the issue. Rome getting the second most kills, barely, but very close between him and Seleucids. His elephants and cav doing phenomenal. Not so much on his artillery, but I think that was more of just like a distraction artillery. Archers doing pretty good. Slingers didn't even get any combat. And all of his infantry besides 2 doing absolutely amazing. That's the scary thing about Rome. Just such a good faction. I normally ban it from games because it's so good. Cataphracts getting 255. Yeah, archers all doing really well. Hillmen not so much, but they're hillmen, so what can you expect? Royal Peltis, Silver Shield Swordsman, a lot of them doing really, really well. Pikemen doing good. Thorax Swords, not so much, but look at all these Silver Shield Swordsmen. Definitely, you can tell it's a high funds battle. That's for sure. And then Glacia doing okay, but he got the least kills on the attack. His archers did okay. One of his noblemen getting 244, which is really good. I didn't expect his naked swords to do really anything at all, but one of them getting 108 and 75 and 61, so not terrible. And some of his legionaries not doing so well. I think they were kind of just thrown in, and they soaked up a lot of archer fire, so yeah. As you can't really expect a lot when they're just being put under that much fire. And his cav doing pretty well as well. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video because I know I did. I would love to look at any replays you guys have to send in, and I'll make sure to do it. So yeah, just keep on sending them in. I'll be more than happy to do it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and please make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content. I do plan on doing more variety of content, like I am starting a challenge series, so if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. I'll leave a link down to the Discord as well. You can put some suggestions there, or you can put some in the comment sections. So yeah, also if you want to send any replays, I'll leave the Discord so you can throw some replays in there, or I'll even throw in my Gmail so as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace out.